No, you good. And we're good. We're back on. Yes, we're back. Hey, Troy. Jamie, no, I was freaking myself out here. Not anymore. If I stare back here too much, then I will be. Here's light. Oop. This is where all the people are watching from, yeah? This is where all the energy and all the spirits are coming from. Wow, this is. I can't believe I got sick. That hasn't happened to me in a long time. I'm, we're back. All right, let me. So, let's try. I'm pretty sure this is not going to work, but let's give it a try anyway. If there's no cell phone reception out here, there's no radio, yeah? S box. S box. FM. No, you're supposed to scan. There you go. I'm gonna hang the S box from here. You know what? Just to see how it's working. So if there's anybody here that knows how to use this, feel free. First, I'd like to know a control question. What is my name? You know what? Let me use me as the antenna. Hold on. I put my hand across the light at one point, Troy. So, control question. Can you say what my name is? Can you tell me something relevant? What island are we on? Where are we? Okay. Well, let me try ask the question. Any of the spirits here, would you like to talk? Would you like to say hi? Anybody there? Say hello. I'll give you about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to try something else. My intention tonight is I'd like to speak if there's any spirits over here and get a little information about what this area is. I'd like to learn a few things about this area while I'm here tonight. Is there anybody here who could tell me? We like you. We like you. You hear that? All right. So there's stories of convicts that were killed here in the 1850s that are still buried here or that died here. Is this true? Is it true? Are there any... The guys that came here and tore apart the rocks and knocked down all the brush over here and planted the trees, are they still around? Hola. Hola, do you have any Mexican workers here in the house? Could you say something in Mexican? Oh, I just got chicken skin all of a sudden. Nothing? Okay. I'm gonna turn it off. If you want me to keep it on, say Joe.
Just feel right.
Just feel right? Okay. One,
Right, slow here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just say Joe. 9, 10. Thank you. All right. I'm sorry. That thing really gives me a headache. And if you guys are wearing headphones, I'm sure it's doing the same thing towards you. I thought this would be perfect because, like, what you're hearing come through is very weak radio waves, but when the spirit box is actually working, they use the static to generate and to communicate. Right? Yeah. Don't worry, Matt. Oh, man. But I gotta take my boots off because although they're comfortable, oh, cuz. There you go. Ooh, my feet can breathe. Oh. Let's try. We did get a picture, didn't we? And I didn't look at it. I heard it. No, we didn't. That's weird because this thing has been on the whole time, and we've generated nothing in probably the last half an hour or so. What are we at? 91%. We can unplug you, and you are at 79. Yeah, we're good. Wow, this is better than I thought. We're good for 2 more hours if I wanted to. Oh boy. Okay. I don't feel anything happening right now, but if I feel anything happening, I'm gonna attempt to do an EVP session and see if we can capture anything on tape. So I'll do an EVP session and then I'll play it back. They got my little handy dandy EVP thing here that I never use. Before I would use it, but I just would record the whole part, yeah, the whole investigation, and there's no way I'm gonna sit back for 3 hours and listen to it again. Aussie, how's it? What part of Hawaii? Big Island. Puna, Mackenzie's. This place isn't, it's not scary, but probably because it's full moon. If this place was pitch black, I'm pretty sure it would be a lot scarier. Even when the thing kind of attacked, or even when I started getting real sick, it still wasn't scary. You know, I just came in. Are you in or outside? I'm at the beach with the full moon up here. Bro, we've been doing a live since the moon was like right over there by the clouds. Hey, Honolulu, right on. 50,000 likes. Adina, awesome. Thank you. Am I out there yet? I'm at Mackenzie's right now, yeah. So I'd like to speak directly to if there's any spirits over here. I'd like to know if there are night marchers. I'd like to know if the Huakai Po come through this area. I mean, I'm curious. I'm not demanding. Ikalamai, I'm sorry. I'm curious. And if you could let me know, that would be awesome. Oh, you're in Idaho. Troy, brah. Troy says, after resetting Starlink, YouTube isn't buffering anymore. And then I see the big thing saying loading. I leave on Thursday, Sean. Yeah. Right on, Patricia. I have to go back Honoka'a when I'm done with this. Hit the like 15 times a minute. Wow. Mike Ka'i, thank you. That's awesome. Mahalo. Let me think of other. I'm gonna in this stupid thing. I gotta change the battery because my EVP thing is turned off because I haven't used it for a long time. Honoka'a, hometown, yeah. My brother got to he got a little thing and he would watch the TikTok. It's a thing he ordered on TikTok and it basically taps the phone for him, and so he'll TV and then just open my live up, then mute it because he's heard all my stories a million times, and then just keep hitting that like button like a lot. That one girl from you know where. It is about a 2 hour, 2.5 hour drive from here. Yeah. And it was about the same to get down here. So it was about an hour plus to get to Volcano where we went with family. Oh, my uncle caught fish. Plenty fish. And he would cook them up and we would have party. Oh, man. Brah. Oh, ocean view. Nice. You like this new stream? Yeah, I do too. This is awesome. I I really wish I could take Starlink and go into the lava tube, but no. And the lava tube is down over here. I'm not really safe or comfortable with off-roading at night, especially when it's not my car and I'm far away from AAA. But there's a lava tube right down over there. But then there's trees, so there will be no live. I got 2 energy drinks. I'm good. And I'm not even that tired. It's so nice to not have to worry about work. I took the whole week off. Because October is a rough month, yeah. I should have saved the week off for the ending of the month. Croaky? Croaky? Does Starlink offer external antenna so the antenna can be outside the cave? I can no, but I saw that I think they do offer an expander, no, a repeater. So it's 2 a.m. there. Wow, it's 8:52 here, almost 9. So they have a repeater, which means if there was no trees, or if I get 2 or 3 repeaters, theoretically, I could run the signal from repeater to repeater to repeater and leave a trail of repeaters that will boost my signal back to the Starlink. All in theory. I don't know if the repeater will bounce off of the repeater. It might just connect only to the Starlink, right? But then that's an awful lot of money that I'm leaving on the side and walking away from in the public place. You know what I mean? 8:52 p.m. Yes, it'll be safe. What time did you do the moon? What did you do to the moon? Bruh. See, if I have it like this, if I have it like that, the moon is so high, I can barely read the comments now. And then pretty soon, it's going to be up here, and then up here, and now my phones are going to fall out of the case because yeah. What part am I in? Puna, Big Island. Creating a mesh network with repeaters is another way, but yeah, not safe from theft. Yeah, exactly. Let's say get the kind, the Apple thing, huh? The Apple tracker thing, and stick them on each one. That's so weird that YouTube Seer is getting nothing at all. Let's try something else. You are connected. Nothing. Let's try Spiritus.
Welcome to Spiritus.
Sure, Oahu, right on. Can you say Joe? Can you say something relevant? Mackenzie's? No, Bill. Hi. Can you tell me where I am right now? Rachel, how's it? How's it? Where am I? Can you tell me where I am? Ovai? Aloha? Kupuna? I like to speak Hawaiian, but I get my Japanese mixed into the Hawaiian so much. Vacation? Oh, thank you. Nothing? We'll try one. Just one channel. M? What about M? Can I get another letter?
One.
A letter, not one. Come on. Nope. Okay. Can you say hi?
Where?
Bro, these ghosts must be like, who is this freaking idiot over here? Can you say hi? Are you there? Of course we're here. We'll turn them off. I don't know. What you guys think? You guys having fun? What other stories am I going to tell? Thank you. Mahalo. I really want to walk around. But if I walk around, then I have to end the live and record and repost. $60K, dang. Wow. Okay, I see that now. That's under my name, yeah? Sorry, I'm an old man. I know Facebook. What is that? Is that lights out there? You guys see that? Did you guys see that? You guys saw that, right? 3 lights. I saw it in TikTok. Oh, cool. Thank you. I don't know why YouTube is being retarded. I'm sorry. I have these 2 phones literally next to each other. I wonder. Let me try and move the Starlink. And tell me if you guys see the lights. It was right on the horizon over there. There were 3 lights that appeared. How about now? YouTube. We'll see if YouTube is back. this is silly. Anyway, so we saw this on the live over here. Our ancestors are always around, right? And they kept pointing this out, and I finally did see it. Then we had Skylar and Desiree, with two of my friends, afterwards meet me. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Melody, how's it? And so, yeah, we got you back. All right, cool. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, sorry. I'm getting really distracted here because now I'm holding two things in my hand and I'm fidgeting. So this would be Hi'iaka Ikapoliopele, such a beautiful lady in the tree. Skylar and Des came, and they were just like they when they first came. We hung out, we are talking story, and then somebody in the video pointed out her face changed. I didn't get the picture of that, but her face became angry or upset. And after her face became angry or upset, I noticed it. The face wasn't very happy anymore. I told Skylar and Dez, I'm like, hey, you guys got to introduce yourselves. There's a spirit here. You need to introduce yourself. And so they introduced themselves, and then the face, we watched it go back to smiling again. You know, hey, Big Kavik, thank you. Mahalo, you guys got home okay? Yeah, YouTube cut off. I don't know why. Sorry. But yeah, so this is the picture of Hi'iaka Ikapoliopele over at Manoa Falls, the trailhead. That was really, really cool. Thank you for all the heart meets. Wow, awesome. Hey, right on. Oh, yep, I might be home in 2 hours if I leave now. There you go. It's not too bad. Out here is kind of cool. Got some fishing guys over here hanging out. Oop. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube started being stupid. This is a learning process. The tapper is my cut. Yeah. It's Adina. Thank you. There we go. So these lights haven't done anything for a few minutes. Why your son guys never ride with you? Cause he never liked the long drive. Brother, that's you. YOU apostrophe RE. You are. You're spelling it wrong. Yeah. And I learned, yeah, I switched the batteries, so I've been live for what I can't even tell. 6 o'clock, 6:30. Yeah, but it's nice and relaxing over here. Oh man. Hey, bro, it's hard to sit down in the car. Yeah. Did I eat? No, but I did buy some candy for on the way home. I ate dinner at like 5 or 4. Tonight's moon is hopeful. Right on. No, Matt, don't worry, don't worry. He's gonna go on. It's gonna be a lot of a longer drive the next 2 days, and he is coming with me then. All right, shared a lot of stories already. Let's see. Yeah. Gotta do some off-roading over here. I don't know what you guys like to do. You guys like hang? Have any requests for stories that I can tell? Otherwise, I'm gonna start packing up. I'm trying not to burn myself out just yet. Hello there. I can burn myself out in the ending of the month. Yeah, yeah, your son would come down, bro. I guarantee. Thank you, thank you. Matt. But yeah, no more excuse. Maybe tell a story about the Big Island. That's actually a really good idea. I cannot tell a Pele story because I'm saving that for later. That clicking noise you're hearing is me putting my boots back on. Matt, that's why I wish you was over here right now, bro. You could tell one story. You get plenty of stories about the Big Island. Oh, okay, you know what I will tell that we haven't told? I will. I was kind of hoping to, if I was here an extra night, I would have gone to Boiling Pots and told that story about the mo'o. So we can do that, but we're gonna do the mo'o as well. Why not talk about your last visit here? I don't know what really happened on the last visit over here. My brain is going blank. We explored the lava tube. Oh yeah. Mauna Kea, we had that too. I go talk about that on Mauna Kea though. Oh, my butt is part of the lava. Um, I'm sorry. What was I saying? My brain is moving too fast. I was talking about Big Island. Talking about. I had a good idea and I forgot it. What was I saying before? That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, the mo'o. Okay, let me see something over here. Hold on. Okay. I'll tell the story about that. And Melody, if you can find a way to try jump on, you can sell the story too. I've seen people try jump on my live all the time, but they don't have English names, so I have to shut them down. Yeah, the boiling pots one. Right? So last year, I went down to boiling pots with Uy Lani, a friend of mine. I'm gonna turn this up this way so I can see better. And the phone falls. Bro, I am retarded. I forgot what a swivel does, yeah? Let's get this thing on red. There you go. That's a good story. You walked into a light post. There you go. We did a live here actually on I forgot what platform. I think it was Facebook, but it could have been Facebook and YouTube. Last year, about August of last year, went over here. I met up with Uilani, and we told stories about the mo'o, the supernatural lizard creatures or the dragon creatures in Hawaii, the half man, half dragon, half man, half lizard. Um, the mo'oahine are usually the ones that are calling spirits, the ladies that dwell in the water, kind of like mermaids and similar. But yeah, we'll have a night lad, mo'o, named Kuna. And now keep in mind, I'm Catholic. I say with a lowercase g, you know. But he was a god, you know, in Hawaii, and he was a mo'o, and he was like very strong. The legend goes that there was a woman named Hina that lived in a cave under Rainbow Falls, and Kuna would harass her, and he would throw rocks down and boulders down to splash her and to block it off and to try and flood the cage. And Hina calls her son Maui. Maui comes over there, and they go at it. Maui and Kuna start fighting. Of course, Maui's stronger. Maui starts beating his okole, and they fight all the way up to boiling pots, and they fight all the way down, and eventually Maui wins, right? So that's a legend, that's a story. I've had one of my cousins tell me that her father had brought home or acquired some firewood from the Big Island, Keawe, and it didn't seem like he had acquired it in a very pono way. It's kind of like he just throw them behind the trash bin and then take them out on your way home, pick them up, you know. But there was a spirit in that. And she had told me that she was in the car and the spirit had followed the wood from the Big Island to Kaneohe on Oahu, and he appeared before her, and he said his name was Kuna, and she describes him. She just said that he was this big lizard, and he had tattoos, and he had wings, and all of that stuff, and he was obviously like a big dog, right? Um, well, he thought he was, and he wanted her to worship him. And she kind of laughed. She was like 16, I think, at the time, and she kind of laughed, and she's like, "Yeah, no." And then she called her guardians, and her guardians beat the snot out of him, and he left. So I was talking about that at Boiling Pots, and I had my ovilus around my neck that generated random words, and there was this. I was with Uy, and there was this huge presence, like, gosh, 30, 40, 50 feet tall. This, like, tree, okay? This huge presence of a man standing there with these red eyes looking down. And, brah, it was, it was Kuna. He wasn't happy about the stories that I was telling. And he wanted to fight. He wanted to scrap. And you know me, I'm not very much like that. Yeah, I'm more calm. I try to be. But brah, my Hawaiian blood started boiling. This bugger was calling me out, taunting me, and I'm like, brah, this guy, like, scrap, calm, you fuck. Let's go, let's go. And then he's like, you need to calm down, and walk away. And I'm just laughing because I know I'm not going to scrap him, but it's like, brah, this guy go mouth off. And the ovilus starts saying taunting words, yeah. And I turn around and start walk away. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fight him. This guy's stupid anyway. And then the random word, scared. I'm like, who are you, this freaking guy? Who are you freaking? What? It generally, randomly generates the word scared. And I'm like, nah, you're not worth it. You know what I mean? And always trying to pull me out of there. We start walking back to the car, and then it says, like, chicken. I'm like, brah, this guy, like, throw down, brah. It was awesome. Yeah, even at the word chicken, I'm like, bro, what the hell's going on? This freaking. You ask my kids. Makamai and Makana were at Honoka'a, where we were staying. I drove home. I was so amped up on the drive home. I was so like, bro, that was so cool. I saw their door open. It was like maybe, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, and I walked in. And I'm like, bro, and they all woke up, and they're like, what? I'm like, bro, never guess what would have happened. What happened tonight, bro? I almost got into a fight with a mo'o, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about, Dad? I'm like, bro, it was freaking unreal. I'm like, oh, nah, never mind. I started. You get sleepy and go back to sleep. The next morning, they're like, what the hell's going on, Dad? I think you woke us up last night saying you got into a fight. The heat coming on to us was nuts. Yeah, that was so cool. That was an experience I'm never gonna forget. 90,000 likes. That's insane. Thank you for pumpkins. Mahalo. It was man, yeah. But yeah, Matt. I believe there's a legend about a dragon that lives in a cave at Rainbow Falls. I wonder if they're mistaking a dragon for Kuna. Yep, that's the one. Isn't there a story about your sister? Yep, we'll tell that one too. Um, Now you know what? I go do a night on mo'os, and I'll tell that one about the mo'os. Actually, you know what? It's Big Island. It's relevant. Maybe I'll tell them again. Um, my sister worked on the cruise ship, and when she was on the cruise ship, she at one point called me and told me that one of her friends or one of her coworkers on the ship, they went over to Boiling Pots and they went to go swim and they drowned. And they couldn't find his body. Like, there was a group of them, like 4 or 5 of them maybe, I don't know, but it sounded like there was a bunch of them. And he was the last one, right behind the guy in front of him. The guy pulls himself out of the water, turns around to help the friend up, and the friend's gone. Just missing completely. And she told me that he went missing, and they couldn't find him. And, like, she's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't really want to say what I'm thinking. Because we have legends about mo'o taking human life as well sometimes. And I know Kuna is not a good mo'o, right? And so I call up I told him, let me check on something. And and actually I went to the bathroom and I opened up my book. You know, I keep books so I can force myself to read. Otherwise, I'm on my phone the whole time. Or I used to, because now I'm on my phone all the time. Um, it was a book of legends, and I just randomly opened it up to a page. And the page was about the legend of Kuna, the Mo'o god, at boiling pots. And I'm like, bro, that's unreal. I called up my friend, she's a kahuna, and I asked her, I like kahunas, they're all mystical, right? So I call her up. She answers the phone. Hi, Joe. I knew it was you calling. And I'm thinking, oh, because you get caller ID, auntie, you know. But I never say nothing. She's like, yeah, I know why you're calling too. It's about what happened at Boiling Pots, yeah? And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, you got my attention. I believe you now. And so she's like, I'll tell you this much, Joe. It's what you think it is. And I'm like, really? Even my sister said, this kind of stuff doesn't happen in this day and age. It doesn't happen. It's not supposed to happen in this day and age. I told my kahuna friend that. I'm like, but this stuff not supposed to happen. And she's like, Joe, this kind of stuff happens all the time. But, the locals are smart enough to not swim in a river called Wailuku, deadly waters, because they know about the stories and they have respect and they know better. And when a local dies, it's not covered on the news, but when a visitor or somebody from not from Hawaii dies, then they cover it on the news. I remember reading the paper the next day, and they mentioned it in the paper. In fact, I was tutoring a kid in Kailua, and I was telling them about what happened, and the mother showed me the article. It said that they saved the boy, they medevaced him to the hospital where he died. The next day, she shows me the paper again. It says they rescued him. He died in the medevac. He died in the helicopter. And I'm like, oh, didn't it say he died in the hospital? She's like, that's what I thought too. The next day, it said that they finally recovered his body from boiling pots. And I'm like, oh, this don't add up. you know. So yeah, I guess the one rule I have, and I told my son, they went to Judd Trail, Jackass Ginger, just yesterday to go swim. I told him, there's spirits, right? He's like, oh yeah, I know that. I'm like, there's mo'o. And he's like, yeah, I've heard the stories, Dad. I'm like, don't go shishi in the water. You gotta go shishi. Go use a tree. Go somewhere else, but don't go in the water. Like, don't go on a rock. He's like, okay, I know that, Dad. I know what you've told me. I'm like, boy, I go Judd a lot. This mo'o know me. Don't make me look stupid. He's like, okay, Dad, I got you. I know the Obaki Files has a lot of stories about about Big Island. There was one about a calling spirit in Hilo. I can't remember it though. That's what the Kahuna told me. Wailuku meant deadly water or dangerous water or something. So many experiences. I want to get more. Mauna Kea was and is awesome. I don't even know. As I said, I'm hoping to go to Lake Waiau. That would be. I hope to do that. Hey, hiccups. Welcome back. I hope to go to Lake Waiau because I'm 44 and I don't think I'm not getting any younger. And if I can't go now, I'm not gonna be 50. You know. Yes, it's haunted too. See, I wouldn't swim there because I was told not to, not because I knew the meaning of the name. Oh, anti hiccups. 100K. Wow. My God. How's your finger? Lake Vial, hopefully tomorrow. And if I go there, I might try and drag, but like I walk 10 feet and I get out of breath. Yeah. Do it while you can. Everything goes by fast. I know, I'm just kidding. Uncle Matt, relax. It's okay, Unks. Don't worry. Ha, right on. But like, it's 13,000 feet above sea level, guys. The air is real thin over there. Yeah, it's a mile in and out. So it's not that bad, but don't you wish YouTube had TikTok likes? Yep. Actually, I'll go share a story today. I was with my family. My uncle will share with me. Actually, we're talking about night marchers. One of the gentlemen that I was talking to here fishing, I asked him if he knew where the rocks were because I went out looking for about 10, 20 minutes, looking for the night marchers trail, the King's Trail, and I couldn't find it. So he says he's been here a lot. You know, I went up to him and I told him, I hope you don't mind if I'm gonna tell some ghost stories. He's like, no, it's fine. I asked him where the rocks were, and he's like, I didn't see any rocks, but I heard that there was a trail here. It's probably somewhere in the bushes. He's like, but down the road at Kalapana, just right down the road, he saw like on like the horizon this one light appear like a torch and just spread out until it was going from the ocean all the way up the mountain in a line. That sounds like a night marchers to me. Just a whole trail of these yellow orange lights in the distance, like torches. My uncle was sharing. He's a really smart guy. I wish I could talk to him more, but he lived over here on the Big Island. Um, he told me that they were over in Kohala, and he was sharing some of the family history in Mo'olelo, and they were standing on the beach, and he was pointing out to the sea, and there was this light had appeared, and he said, "Oh, well, what are you saying?" He was like, he was getting really excited. There's a light over there in the distance, and he said he didn't really know what it was, but he pointed to he said something. He's like something like, and the ancestors are here, and then he gestured towards the light, and the light just kind of exploded into all of these little fiery pieces, and he was like, that was so cool. He's like that wasn't a kualele, that was a fireball. He's like that was he told me that was like so cool. He said he has talked to many people who have had mo'o experiences where they go swimming and they have survived. Something grabs them and tries to drag them under. He's like, there's no way that's the undertow. They say it's a hand that wraps around their foot and pulls them down. So yeah, just don't go shishi in the water. Yeah. I I'm not gonna go to Kalapana. I don't have enough time to go Kalapana. If I could, if I had more time, like a month or more than a week, I would. I will end up doing Poly Lookout, hopefully, if I'm allowed to. I'm only concerned because it's if it's closed, I don't want to get locked in, and I don't want to cause trouble for the officer, that has to look for me. Yeah. So I want to be respectful. I want to do what I do, and I want to be respectful. 100K likes on TikTok. Wow. With an average of 20 to 25 viewers. You guys are awesome. Buster Hill in Kamuela is known for Akualele, and it's the backside of Kohala. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. There's so much I want to do over here. So many places I want to spend the night. The place got real quiet. I don't know if you guys can see this. That's a sign from my light. Let me turn my light off. Actually, let me turn my light on. Oop. God, this looks like one when parking lot. Just lava, I think. Yeah, they're still here. but they're just hanging out far away. I wonder. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I wonder what would happen if I were to bring my bubble in, make it smaller, let them come closer. Adina, send me your address. I'll buy you a tapper. But if I'm scared of them, they'll come closer, and so I don't want to be afraid of them. If I acknowledge them and try to speak to them, they're also gonna come closer, and I don't want to invite that. Yeah, because it's not just me; it's also you guys too. YPO Valley, yeah. Um, I think my uncle was telling me though, um, YPO Valley, the lookout, is another place where Hakulele happened. That's cool. It came from the direction of Kamehameha's Heiau. Um, oh, let me turn the light off. The fisherman. But yeah, what are they? Akua Lele. Akua in Hawaiian means God or spirit. Lele would be jumping or flying. Basically, what you would see is a fireball flying through the night sky, but not like a shooting star, because you'll watch it. There was a story in the Obake files where there was a guy camping. I believe it was Ka'u, but I might be wrong, on the south side of the Big Island, and he was camping or fishing or something, and by himself, and he sees a light, an orange light in the distance, and he watches it, and the light is coming towards him, right over the lava. It's this big orange fireball. This big orange fireball is coming straight towards him, making a beeline right for this guy. And so he does what he knows, and he pees, he urinates in a circle around him in his camp. And the fireball, the akualele, comes right up to the line of pee and stops, almost like it's looking at him. Flies around the camp, around the circle of urine several times, and then finally, almost in disgust, flies away and flies off into the horizon. Hawaiians said Hawaiians, the kahuna could also call upon them, summon them to kill you. Like the setting is Kalihi. People look outside one night and they see this fireball going through the night sky, and the fireball enters a house down the road. No explosion, nothing dramatic. The next morning they find out that somebody in that house died. Heart attack. That kind of thing. You don't mess with fireballs. They could be good, they could be bad, a lot of stuff. Yeah. They come in different colors. It could be a lot of different things. Yeah, I'm just that kind of stuff. It's been almost 4 hours you've been tapping the screen. Wow. Aloha. How's it? YPO I would like to go to, but I'm not confident enough in off-roading to go through rivers and all of that stuff yet. So Matt, next time we go, you driving, huh? Stupid tourists, you know what I mean? They get stuck. The fireball is far away from his house. Mm. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Hawaii. Can you do the mana? Yeah. I like go down. I like go all the way into the back of the valley. That's the part that draws me. All the way in the back, there's a waterfall that I know is there. And I can see it and I can envision it. Apparently, it's an ancestral memory. That lady that I was tutoring her son at his house in Kailua, she was from Kohala. No, she was from, I forget. She was from around there by Waipio. And I talked to her. I had never been there at the time. This was over 10 years ago. And I started describing how the roads looked. And I'm like, oh, there's a little corner, and there's like a horse trail that goes around the corner, around this big rock on the side, and it leads right to a river, and leads right to a waterfall when you go further up the valley. And she's like, oh yeah, that's a highway now. I know what you're describing exactly as you're describing it. And she's like, you've been there before? I'm like, I've never been there before, but that's what I'm seeing. My family's from there, yeah. So interesting. Chief of War is a good show. I think it's a show, so it's good. Can I ask, have you heard of a female named Hiva in Kunia farmlands? I do not, but I know of a little boy named Hiva, a friend, a friend's son. Alan, what's up, Jubal? Mackenzie's, yep, we've been live for about 4 hours now. Just 4 hours. Get stuff here, brah. I got sick. It's based on a true story, but yeah, I was even talking to my uncle about it today, and he's like, it's a great story, but it's not historically accurate. It's historically, but then again, what is historically accurate is what he said, because everything's word of mouth anyway. So, could be historically accurate, and the stories we know are different. That's there you go. Sorry, you're a call upon her right now, brah. What the hell are you doing? And how the hell you get phone reception? Control. Who's tougher, you guys or the Maori? I'd say right now the Maori, because most Hawaiians stay on food stamps. Yeah. Chief of War is good. There's nothing wrong about it. It's great. Yeah, I know this reception here is not very well. There's nothing. Verizon is good over there. I know Verizon. That's Jubu. Jubu, stay down the road. Have the spirits ever followed you into your home? I have spirits in my home. There's a spirit that protects us. And so if any spirits try to come into my home, the chief kicks them out. They've come up to my... It happened more recently. My daughter, she's a senior in high school now. And I'll do this so you guys see something. My daughter's senior in high school. We had my family from the mainland come over, so we had one cookout, potluck kind at the house, and we hanging out and we're having fun. Nighttime comes, and my daughter, she has shown that she has a gift when it comes to clairaudience, so she can hear people speaking when there's nothing else to see. And so she came up to me and she was like, "Dad," I'm like, "What's up?" She's like, "There's somebody over there that keeps calling my name." And I'm like, "Where?" And she points to the end of the driveway. And that's the line that they cannot cross. And so if this is a spirit that cannot come into my house, it's not a good spirit. It's not invited, right? What the hell you doing calling my daughter's name? And so I'm like, "What's it telling you?" She says, "It's telling me to come over there to the end of the driveway." And like, we draw a little crowd. My cousin's over there too. He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, "Ah, never mind, never mind." My daughter's like, "No, there's something calling my name over there." He's like, "You can hear it?" Like, "Yep." So um, I go to the end of the driveway, and I'm like, "Who are you? What do you want with my daughter?" You know, and she's like, I'm like, "What is she? What is this voice? What is this voice saying?" I think it was a female. She's like, "It's not talking to you, Dad. It just wants to talk to me. It wants me to come over there." And so I do the Michael the Archangel prayer to get rid of it, right? Get just aloha, goodbye. I'm not gonna mess with you. You gone. Trying to banish it, get out, because it's not good. And I finish the prayer, and she's like, "Dad, it's still there." And I'm like, "It's still there." And I'm like, Why did Michael the Archangel, the one who can defeat Lucifer, the devil, and cast him down, how is he not strong enough for this little thing that's calling my daughter's name? Right? And then it occurs to me. I think I talked to my friend before, Jamie from the mainland, and we had agreed what it was this was my daughter's test. I'm like, so she was the one that had to get rid of it. See, Michael the Archangel works in good ways, but he's not gonna do things. Hey, aloha, sweet mama mix. If I commanded him to tell this thing to leave, it's not my kuleana. He's not gonna listen to me because this thing's not here for me. If it came down to it, I know he's there and I trust him, so I wasn't really worried. If he was there, he's not gonna let harm happen. But it was my daughter's test, so my daughter told it. I told her, you gotta tell it to go away, and so she told it to go away. Then she told me the voice stopped, and never heard it again. Just like Matt and the Bell. You deal with that good, bro. Jubu, stay doing business, finalizing next year. So you're gonna be driving around. Okay. And tomorrow, I think I'm gonna be Mauna Kea, go hiking. Let me know, bro. And these are one of the stories that I find that they're just so insignificant. I don't really tell that story. You know what I mean? It just happened. You know, a lot of a lot of things. Yeah, we have a little while longer, I guess. Then we can head, then I can head home. Hopefully, I'll get home by before 1 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'll tell you the Ulupo story because I don't think we're gonna go Ulupo this year anyway. Yeah, maybe I'll throw some Ulupo stories in to the mix. This one was my favorite one. I think I'll tell it over here. I can feel the tense in my stomach again. The Kanaka Maoli's origin is linked to the Maori of Aotearoa. Yep, Maoli, Maori. Some people believe Aotearoa is the original homeland for Kanaka Maoli. You're right, exactly. Some people call Hawaiians would refer to Kahiki as the motherland or where they originally came from. And some people mistakenly translate that as Tahiti Kahiki, but it doesn't mean Tahiti. I've heard a lot of people interpret Kahiki as Aotearoa or New Zealand. In fact, I believe Pa'ao. Can I get out there, bro? Pa'ao came from New Zealand to Hawaii. Yeah, he was the one that built the heiau, the first ku heiau, and all of that stuff too. Supposedly, I was looking all around, Alan. I couldn't find him. Yeah, Polynesia. What are they saying? A lot of things. I think I'm getting tired. I might need an energy drink. Yeah. Yeah. Ulupo. Sorry. So we're at Ulupo. I went out with Joy, Corey, Jarea, their daughter, Makamai, and myself. This was during COVID, so in October. So it was just the five of us. I was gonna do a live, but when we got there, the whole place felt bad. Okay, okay. Thunderbush. What the hell are you talking, Thunderbush? Okay, I'll go finish my story. The whole place felt like something was wrong. Ulupo Heiau is an ancient Hawaiian temple over 1,000 years old. It's a burial place. It's very sacred. It's a very nice place. It has good mana, good energy, healing, all of that stuff, right? So when I go back there and there's pilikia and there's trouble, it doesn't feel good. We got back, we walked across the bridge, and I think we left a little ho'okupu, a little offering on top of the altar over there. And I noticed that somebody had placed a huge tarp across the bottom part of the heiau, blocking the water sources. And not only did they block off the rocks, they used the heiau rocks to weigh down the tarp. And at one of the corners, they had a garbage can on top to weigh it down, and they dug rocks from the heiau into the garbage can. That would be why they weren't happy about it. It was, and then we smelled pig. We smelled kalua pig being cooked, just fresh, like the emu was right there, you know. And I knew there used to be an emu there because we used to go there for the ghost tours from back in 2008. But since then, the emu was covered up. We even walked to the emu. We stepped on where the emu was because they planted grass on it and nothing was warm. We couldn't find the smell anywhere. And so we're standing over there trying to figure out what the heck is going on. My daughter hears a voice in her ear speaking to her in Hawaiian. She is Hawaiian immersion, so she knows Hawaiian. She didn't hear what it said though. At the same time, Rhea heard something speaking into her ear in English, but she couldn't understand what it said either. And we're standing over there like, okay, there's stuff going on over here tonight. Let's listen to the kupuna. Let's go ahead and listen and take care and all of that stuff too, right? And so we're just kind of standing over there and seeing if they want us to do anything. And then coming from the top of the heiau, around on the side, you walk down, the YWCA is right there, and there's this big light that they shine down the trail. And so it's bright, you know. And I hear a lady over there. Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Hello? Who's down here? Kind of like that, right? And I look and I see this white lady, this haole lady, walking down the little ramp to get to where we are. And I'm like, okay, we need to get out of the bush. You know, we need to get off the side because she cannot see us. I don't like jump scare this lady. Yeah? And so we walk out and we start walking towards this lady. Literally, like we walk maybe 15 feet, take a right, and then we should be able to see the lady. No lady. Nobody there. But we heard this lady. We saw her walking down, silhouetted against the light. And I'm like, bruh, you guys heard the lady? They're like, yeah, there was a lady. I'm like, but there's nobody there now. And we're just like, okay, well, maybe it's time to go then, right? Maybe the spirits are telling us we need to leave. And so we just started walking up, and my daughter was like, Dad, something's grabbing me. I'm like, what? She's like, something's grabbing me and pulling me. I'm like, something's pulling you? She's like, yeah, something is pulling me out. And I'm like, oh, great. Something wants us to leave right now. It wants us to get out and leave. And so it's telling us leave faster. And so we're walking out a little bit faster and stuff, right? And as we're walking out a little bit faster, it stops and turns her around. And she's like, I'm like, what's going on? Because she just stops in front of me and turns around. And I'm like, she's like, I don't know. It just stopped and it turned me around. And so we all turn around. Keep in mind now that big spotlight is behind us, and we're looking down that little ramp, and all five of us see what looks to me like a homeless guy in a white beanie, maybe 10, 15 yards ahead of us, just walk out of the bush from the right and walk from the right to the left, and out of the light disappeared. And me, I would jump in front of everybody. I'm like, brah, this is one pupuli guy. You know, we got to get ready for some action. You know what I mean? I got to protect my people. And so I do that, and then Joy them are like, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, I saw that guy. What you think, Chronic? And they're like, no, did you see him? I'm like, I did. And they're like, there was something not right with him. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't care about that. I was worried that this guy was going to cause trouble. They're like, Joe, he never had feet. And he was see-through. You could see everything behind him. And that's what I noticed. That's when it clicked that they were right. You could see the rocks behind him. And he didn't walk. He floated. You know how you bob your head a little when you're walking? He floated across. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. You guys saw that too? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, go up the hill. I'm going to go down and make sure this is not one real person that stay floating, okay? So I walked around over there, and it's wide open. I shone the light everywhere, called out. Nobody was there. Yeah. So as to this day, I don't know who this was. I don't know who or what it was. I do know that there's some people that live there every now and then, homeless people and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. You know, that was an interesting encounter just to add to the weirdness of that night. Yeah. Depending on who you ask, you can't take pork over to Pali. Yep. What's the urban legend about you can't bring pork at the Pali? You're right, you cannot. Pele doesn't like Kamapua'a coming to her side. I go tell stories about that when I go Pali. I will do my best to announce it, but no promises. Thank you guys for all the likes. 106,000 likes. Wow, my ka'i. I've read that Hawaiians, Maori, Tongan, Samoan, Easter Islanders are all related. Yep, I heard that too. You forgot Tahitians. Jubu, you leaving? What? I won't scare you away. The feeling over here is the same. There's tension out in the distance, and there's eyeballs out in the distance. But over here, it's okay. You moved to Vegas. Right on. Hey, Big Kavik. Thank you for the rose. You still awake? Yeah. But guys, I think I'm gonna call it now. It has been almost 4 hours. I've been talking for 4 hours. Oh my god. And I go be hiking tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. It's not working. Show you guys my tired face. Oh man, there we go. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And yes, this was a good live. I always have a lot of fun. I will head home now. And we'll be live again tomorrow. Follow, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Turn on notifications because I don't know when I'm going live tomorrow, but it will be in the daytime and it will be up on Mauna Kea. Unless the volcano is erupting, in which case it will be in front of a big plume of lava. Have a great night, guys. This is so much fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah. Let me do a little prayer before we go, because for me and for you guys too. Yeah. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, and do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander the earth seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Michael, we ask that you protect the people here, that the people that are watching here, the people that are here physically and spirits, the fishermen, we ask that you protect them from all evil spirits and evil intent. We ask that you watch over us as we journey to where we are journeying, and that we thank you, Lord, for continuing to bless us with all of your blessings and all of the opportunities that you give to make us into better people. Please continue to protect us, to keep us safe, and thank you for everything that you do. In your Son, Jesus Christ's name, amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And yeah. 3 a.m. Yeah, I know. You guys take care. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Aloha.